Okay. Okay. Oh boy. I'm being serious this time. You can see my face. I'm not going to wear the helmet. I've already tried to film this once before. I tried to think of what to say on the drive back home. This is something that needs to be made. This is a very important video. Disclaimer, this is going to get a little dark, okay? Um, Let me start with 3 points. Point A, B, and C. Point A, introduction. Point B, intermediary, I guess. And point C, conclusion. Point A, I'm going to try to make this short and sweet to the point. Introduction. As most of you know, here on the channel, I used to date a woman named Fantasy Fairy. Lived with her about 2.5 years. She was one of my greatest loves. I enjoyed her company. We had passionate times. You get the picture. And she ended up cheating on me with another YouTuber and everything that I don't really know. Never really knew him. And respect to him for telling me, get in contact with me about what was going on. But it turns out that was kind of her MO because she goes after people, at least that's what I'm assuming that is, especially after finding a letter that I'll show on screen of her, like she said yes to a proposal with this guy. We had great times, me and Fantasy Fairy. I proposed to her on her birthday on at an arcade place, skating and everything, something I want to make remember for her. And I thought she was the one. Then a month after, she started talking to someone else, and well, she ended up lying to me, going to a different state for a friend's wedding, which was a lie, getting together with this fella, and then coming back home, acting weird, started mentally abusing me, physically abusing me, and hit me between the legs, so possibly sexually abused. There was a lot of abuse that happened. And then she lied, cheated, manipulated. I want to point this out, I never once did anything to her. The only time that possibly an accidental physical thing was when we both got up out of bed and we hit each other with our elbows by accident. That's as far as my knowledge is. I never got angry. I only threw a basket on the opposite direction, never toe to her when we was trying to figure out what was going on, when I was wanting her to talk with her. She never wanted to talk and communicate. And I know she possibly regrets what she did, but she don't love me, as far as my knowledge is. And she hurt me bad. Hurt me to the brink where I had a gun to my head. And the bits and pieces are a bit hazy. All I remember is possibly my brother yanking a rifle away from me when I first heard the news. And then the next attempt was when I had my suspenders and belt wrapped around my neck and everything goes dark and I wake up on the floor because it snapped. It couldn't hold me, my over body weight. And I've went through countless therapy, lost almost 100 pounds to 100 pounds and starting to go lean, changed my diet up. I eat only 2,300 calories a day. I exercise. I try to burn 800 calories to more to 2,000 calories depending. I lift weights, so on and so forth. Therapy. That was my therapy. I kind of wish it was kind of like the God of War therapy in Valhalla, where, go out and beat the crap out of monsters or something, because that really would probably help a lot of stuff. But that's point A, introduction. What does that mean right now in the intermediary? Why am I bringing all this up? Why am I saying it now? I've had police officers show up to my house. I've had phone calls with sheriff departments. I am not going to give any names, and I cannot give anyone's real name due to the situation. I will say there is a investigation, a missing persons investigation that a friend of Fantasy Fairies has done because they have had no word with her. The last thing I know was she actually got contact with her mother through, I think, Messenger, thanks to the person, and I will say his online name is Ren. I do not know what his real name is, and out of respect for him, because he's the one that told me about the affair and everything else, I will not give details in this videos of where she fled to. All I will say it's to another state. This happened multiple times with police officers showing up to my house and showing up to my work. And just recently, I've had a phone call from the sheriffs, and I had to give them the story once again and don't know where she is and give them all the information I had. And I'm making this video to tell her because I've already tried messaging the guy and everything, Ren, so he can tell her if they're still together. I don't know if they are or not. To say, hey, get your act together, get in contact with your friends and everything back at your home place, contact your mother again so you can get in contact with the police and say, hey, you're alive, everything's hunky dory, nothing bad's going on. Am I slightly worried for her? Yes, out of the feelings that we used to have, but she is a grown woman. She can do whatever the heck she wants because I want her out of my life. I don't want this stuff happening again because I'm trying to move on. I've worked too hard to move on. I've used my anger, my hate, my depression, my anxiety. I used all that energy to focus on working out and changing my physical appearance and to focus on my mindset. I've sacrificed a lot of gaming. I've sacrificed a lot of stuff on YouTube. I ghosted a lot of people until I was ready to come back. And here I am. And I'm grateful to my friends, my family, for helping me stick through it. I got my car up and going. I got a promotion. I'm ready to get this over with so it will end. So this video is being made to tell Fantasy Fairy, or whatever she wants to call herself on the internet, because she gave up her phone, changed her ID or something like that, or got a new ID, got a new phone, ghosted everyone and all that other stuff, and wanted to change names, to contact your family. And if you are in any messed up situation, you know better, and you know you can call. Anybody who is struggling with anything, whether it be depression or something else, you can get out of it. You can call someone. You can call the authorities. Please do. But is it that serious? I highly doubt that she is, because she fled with all the evidence given to me of their screenshots and stuff of the cheating, and then the admission, she told me. And that still quivering voice of hers saying, I'm sorry. And then goodbye. Well, goodbye is definitely what needed to be, but it keeps coming back. Because this was supposed to be dealt with already, and it has not. So that's why in this intermediary right now, point B, I'm making this video so everything can be done with and dealt with. And to Mr. Ren, I know you didn't want to be part of this. You didn't want to get involved, but you're already deep involved in it anyways with her. And she's most likely lying and manipulating you as well, because she most likely was cheating on someone else with me through a letter that I found. I'm showing little bits of evidence right now on screen of what I can do during post-edit. This is going to be one of the hardest things to edit. And it's very serious that this happened. So, in conclusion, point C of this video, I want this done with. I want to wash my hands of the situation. I didn't do anything physically or anything terribly to hurt Fantasy Fairy. I moved her out from her home because she said that she was in danger, and I want to provide her with a safe place, get to know her better, and marry her. She lied, cheated, stole a good portion of my money, all that stuff. I don't really care about money. I enjoy buying people's things as long as you remember the budget. That way we can keep above float and everything. Just one of the things I do to manage money. I don't care about it really. I'll donate it all if I have to, but that's for example. But she wanted more and more and more every time I gave and gave and gave, and when I guess she figured she couldn't get any more out of me, she went off to the next guy. Was infatuated with them because she never loved me. She was infatuated with me, and I bet she's going to keep doing that to possibly bigger, better YouTubers if she ever gets the chance, if they don't know the story. But I'm letting everyone know now. I want this done with. I want this whole shebang over with. I do not want any police officers coming to my house looking for where she is. I don't want any more phone calls. I don't want her friends, her family contacting me, wondering where she is at, because I do not know. She fled to a different state after physically and mentally abusing me and cheating on me. There you go. I think I said that way too many times in a video that I wish to say like that. This is one of the hardest things I have to do, is to move on. And I am at the point where I am. I do not want any trouble. I want this handled civically and adultly as possible. But when you have to make a video because you don't know if the word has got to them, here I am now. Do I wish any ill will toward them at all? No. I will be the bigger person and say I do not wish any hate upon Fantasy Fairy or Ren or whoever. I want her to be a better person. I want her to be better than what she did to me. I want everyone to rise above hate, focus a little bit on yourselves each day to build yourself up, do some push-ups, do some exercises, work on yourself mentally, and then when it is time, you will know, go out and give the same advice to someone else, help them out, and let the cycle continue, spread kindness. I am no longer really a nice person, but I am a kind person. Slight difference. A kind person would give the shirt off your back, but will be firm. That's who I am now. And I do not wish any hate upon anyone. I just want this story to conclude, because I've already done what I could. I'm no longer going to be the middleman. This video shows that I am washing my hands of the situation. I am going to be focusing on my life, my new story, because I'm looking to make a house a home once again with someone better. And maybe I've already found it, but we will see. And hopefully everything works out. So, thank you so much for watching and getting this information out there. Please, please, Fairy, go talk with your friends from your home, including the one who treated you like a mother. I will not give names, but you know who the one I'm talking about. And go talk to your actual mother again. And get in contact with some sort of authorities, please, because this new case will not end. This missing persons report will not end until they physically talk to you. Please and thank you. Okay. I hope everything works out.